Owen's going to keep it. Tries to get to the edge. He will not get there. He is going to be thrown for a loss.
Good job.
He's going to keep it. Taylor's running to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. 45-40. 35 to the 30. And steps out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Elrod will give to Taylor. Taylor over the top. Touchdown. Taylor from 2 yards out. Taylor taking the snap. Hands it off to Grayson. Grayson's got a hole. 35 to the 30. And spun down at the 27-yard line. That'll be enough for a First National Bank first down. On the keeper, this is Taylor. Taylor to the 20. Taylor to the 15. Taylor to the 10. Taylor to the 5. Taylor to the end zone.
Wow, breaking tackle.
Touchdown Pioneers. Security Federal touchdown. What a run for C.J. Taylor.
He broke about 4 tackles on that run.
Taylor on the keeper. In trouble. Now he's going to get to the edge. He's to the 40. Taylor 45-50, 45-40, 35-30. Gets the block. He's to the 20, to the 15, and down at the 10-yard line.
Wow, he got 2 great downfield blocks.
Snap is down. Kick by Curtis on the way. It's good.
Plenty of legs.
Snap is there. The punt is partially blocked and goes out of bounds. Owen rolls left, looking, getting some backside pressure, hit, and down he goes, back at the 38-yard line. Owen takes the snap, runs back to throw, getting chased. Owen loses the football, and Warren County has fallen on it. Warren County has 2 timeouts remaining, I believe. First and 10 Pioneers at their own 34.
Go around the corner.
Yeah. Put out wide here. Up the middle again. This is Violet. Past the 20. Still carrying the pile down to the 15. Still going to the 10, to the 5. Still on his feet. He's to the end zone. Unbelievable. Touchdown, Pioneers. What a run by Ryland Older.
Wow.
He just kept moving the pile, getting a good push from behind for 26 yards.
Get the syrup ready on the sidelines now. Oh my goodness. That was a push, 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 go.
One left. Owen gonna run it. That's inside. He'll be brought down. Loose football. I think the Pioneers have recovered it.
Great play on back play. He just read the quarterback's eyes. He actually broke on the route when the receiver took off.
First and 10 Pioneers from their own 22. 5:41 to go. Owen takes the snap. Rolling left. Getting pressure from behind. Here comes Cason. Can't get to him. Loose football. Warren County picks it up. This is going to be Ryland. He will have the football, and he'll go down at the 45-yard line.
Leave a victory formation.
And so Warren County takes over at their own 45. And the best play in football right here is victory formation. Taylor doesn't normally run that. He still takes the knee. And the clock will wind down. Warren County does not have to snap the ball again. Warren County gets the win tonight over the Cookeville Cavaliers. Your final score, Warren County 24, Cookeville nothing. Why is Coach Matt Turner chugging the syrup? Because Warren County is now 7-0 and a big win over Cookeville at homecoming Friday night. Hi, everybody. I'm Shay Walker with 92.1 The Ticket, and welcome to Turner Time, featuring Warren County Pioneer football coach Matt Turner and Warren County Sports Authority Jeff Simmons.
Coach,
What's up?
have you come off of that syrup buzz yet?
Yeah, no, that was a lot of sugar at one rush, but no, it's been a fun weekend. We've actually got to enjoy this one a little bit.
Absolutely. I mean, you didn't have to go to work immediately on the next game. You get this bye week this week, but otherwise, this is one that you had to enjoy. I mean, it's 12 years in the making, and let's just be honest. Nobody in Warren County likes Cookeville. I'll say it. You don't have to. I got it. I got you for it.
No, they know I don't.
That is a rivalry that has been bred in every Warren County Pioneer for 50 years at this point. When it was Warren County, Putnam County, no one likes Cookeville.
Yeah.
And it was very, very fun to sit there and physically dominate them and put them in submission.
Yeah, that's what obviously we've had a lot of fun Friday nights, and successful Friday nights, but that was this past Friday night against Cookeville. That was, it was almost like I felt like we was doing something wrong because the kids were playing so well and being so physical, and it was a thing of beauty to see them just literally just break them, and it was very fun, and the kids was having fun, and we preach that all the time. That's one way I know how to have fun, because I don't know I've never ran a ball like C.J. Taylor, Case, or Ryland, or none of those guys, or got to be a linebacker, but I could always hit you in the mouth and let you know I was physically dominant than you was, so, but yeah, very, very fun, so.
Well, we knew coming in that to stop Cookeville, you had to stop Stockton Owens, their quarterback. And we got some clips here that show that that's just what Warren County did.
Yep, they did. Of course, the whole defense, and these guys, man, they play with a chip on their shoulder. They're getting tired of hearing about the reason they won is not because they're a good team. It's because, Blackman's down this year, or Cookeville's, Cookeville had mistakes right there. Well, the reason Cookeville was having mistakes right there is because that red jerseys was in their face all night long, and flat backing them and toting them off, and like I said, it's nothing personal. It's just business, That's the reason why Cookeville couldn't get anything started, because they had a red jersey just trying to run down their throat, and all the hype with, Owen, and he's a good athlete, but, when you compare our Jimmies to their Johns, I'll take our Jimmies every day.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You talked to the players after the game, and I think you hit on it exactly. There was a unanimous feeling amongst the team is we're tired of hearing how good other people are. We're going to tell you, and we're going to show you how good we are.
Right.
And I think that they took in. It's like you said, it wasn't personal against Stockton Owen. In fact,
No.
I think there's a lot of people on that team that have an immense respect for Stockton
Yes,
Owen.
sir, they do.
And what he was doing even in the third and fourth quarter of that game when it was already over. But at the end of the day, it was, we're going to show how good we are. And then you got guys like Clay Thompson right here, bam, hits him, knocks
Form
that
tackle,
ball out.
yep.
Those guys had come in, had heard all week how Stockton Owen was C.J. Taylor in a Cookeville uniform, and he was going to run everywhere, and he could throw on anybody. Hey, I'll even say it, Warren County Sports Authority, we had a picker on our staff that comes in and says, Cookeville will have no problem scoring on Warren County because of Stockton Owen. Well, they had a lot of problems because they didn't score any.
And that's the thing, and that's what I know we're overcoming that, and we're early, and obviously we're blessed right now. And yes, we are having one of the best football squads that we've had, and obviously in 40 years. Because we're breaking these records and I keep comparing it back to those days and things of that nature. However, I told those guys all week long, our past does not define who we are right now. You guys are a good team, and that's all we're worried about right now. We're not worried about, all the naysayers. And I know outside of Warren County, it's hard for somebody to say Warren County wins again or Warren County is expected to win this game. But these kids are here, they believe it, and that's all that's important.
Well, the Pioneers brought the pain, both offensively and defensively, and one of the leaders of the pack, Ryland Holder. What a night.
Ryland Holder played like a man possessed. We actually, he took something we did in practice. Kind of took it to heart, and kind of took it the wrong way. But I'm kind of glad he did, because we was discussing putting Grayson there at tailback, just to help give them a blow, give them a rest on offense, because they're playing so much defense as linebackers. And after the game, he literally said, Coach, when you move Grayson to tailback, that made me mad. That made me really mad. I didn't say nothing. He goes, but I was going to prove to you that I am the fullback. And obviously, that one play, the more I watch it, the more unbelievable it seems. He carries it. I'm sure we'll talk about it, discuss it some more. But he came out second half, and he told me, because all of our belly plays, we always have that read where CJ can pull the ball and read that one defender that we have to either give it to Reed. He said, Coach, just give me the ball. Don't read it. They cannot and will not stop me. Okay. So we literally put in, we tagged the word with give to tell CJ, do not. Because I think I watched it when I got home that night, and then y'all had a bet thinking that CJ was going to pull it and keep it around the edge, right before this play. But even CJ was astonished and so proud of that young man right there.
Yeah, it's funny on the game film. I've watched it as well, and you've hit them, and hit them. And I told Jay, I got on there and told Jay, I said, it's got to be one of these plays where CJ's going to come around the end, because they're hitting them up through, and then Ryland's in the end zone. I mean, it took a while to get there, but no one was going to stop him from getting there. I mean, this is the entire Warren County team just pushing Cookeville around.
The entire Cookeville team right there.
The entire Cookeville team is getting pushed.
What on that play, it was just Ryland, Kaysen. We ran Kaysen on that little sweep that was off of Ryland, and then back to Ryland again. That man, like I said, he was playing on a mission, and that just goes to show, support what I've been saying all along. There is, yes, we're blessed with CGA, a great leader in the quarterback position right there, and that's where I knew Stockton Owen was a good kid and a good player, but I felt like our supporting cast around our key player is top, just head and shoulders above Cookeville. Yep. And they was talking about how they thought Cookeville was undersized in positions. Cookeville was some big old boys. That was the number 77 was a man. Those Delk brothers, and I think the one Delk brother didn't play, but still, I just can't. That was a great win. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we were talking about, the run that Ryland had was definitely one of the big-time plays for the Pioneers that showed just how physical we were going to be. But it wasn't the only one. I mean, Jay, you saw it all night. What did you see from the Pioneers physically?
Well, they had their mind made up. They're going to overpower them. And I think this play right here that we're seeing, it just that was Warren County in a nutshell the other night. Helping, they knew Ryland could get in the end zone if they helped him. And that's what they did. I immediately saw red jerseys run up to him and didn't let him fall down. Didn't let him go down and battled through the whole Cookeville defense to get to the end. That was amazing.
Some of them offensive linemen, they actually fell down, got up, hit the pile again, fell down, hit the pile again, and then, you saw Dayton literally pick him up and push him into the end zone. It was a thing of beauty.
Time that was over, you had just about every red jersey on the field in the end zone.
Yeah, they was pretty excited on the sideline.
Yeah. And, to me, you go through, you see all the things that Warren County did. I mean, I'm telling you, we can show this. I mean, this could be the entire show. 30 minutes of just watching this run over and over and over again. But it wasn't. It's like we talked about before the show, Coach. There were so many times where we hit these guys early in the game that you could just see. You could kind of you kind of felt Cookeville was thinking, is this how it's going to be all night?
Yeah, I don't want to sign up for this. They didn't sign up for that.
No one told me that, because we were going to have to go and face them hitting us over and over and over. And there were so many huge hits in this game.
All right, now let's take a look at some of the hits we were talking about.
All night, baby. Right here you can see Caden Jordan coming out, and, of course, that was a thing of beauty. Now, obviously, we got a penalty for that, but, I'm one of the mindsets that I will eat 15 right there just to prove a point. And right here with CJ, they was trying to pull him down by the face mask, stuff like that. CJ's just cannot be tackled. He makes it hard to get a beat on him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is the physical presence that we talked about from the Pioneers the entire game was just
and of course,
guys
not
going
casing
and
out here in front.
Yeah.
We've done seen this a little bit, but right here's a great view. Sit down.
Yep.
All right, keep running. That's Stockton Owen, their stud. Sit down.
Trip CJ on this one.
Yeah.
And then this is Braylon Grayson.
He takes his poor kid's soul right here. All right. Ooh. Yeah, that was nasty. I actually went out to the field on that one, and of course that kid, and it was it rocked his world. But hey, this Friday Night Lights, it's a violent game played by violent men. So,
yeah, you just keep. I mean, and these were all hits in the first half, and it's what we talked about was that these things just compile by the end of the night.
Yeah, this is just bap, and that is a form. That is a high. I mean, that is tackled exactly the same way. That's not head across. That same shoulder, same leg. The head slips to the side. That's actually the hawk tackling. Same thing with CJ right there. I mean that, and you can see it from this angle right here. I love this. This kid literally lays his head down, and he's done. This kid right there, watch him. He's like, well, and then he literally just lays there, like I don't want no more of this.
Let's take a look at some of the stats from the other night. C.J. Taylor, 1 for 2 passing. Obviously, didn't have to do a lot of passing this night. Rushing, C.J. 19 carries, 170 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Ryland, 11 carries, 97 yards. Like to have seen him with maybe one more carry to get the century mark, but that's okay. Had a touchdown. Braylon Grayson, 5 carries, 36 yards. Sandra Lee, 3 carries for 20. Kaysen Holder, 2 carries for 18 yards. Bryson Elrod, Eli Cantrell, 2 yards rushing.
Oh, I mean, I can't get over Ryland Holder's run. I mean, it's
pretty impressive.
It's in my mind. I mean, I'm with Jay. It would have been great to have 3 more yards to get him to the century mark, but he's going to have the highlight of his life over and over from that game anyway. So, and if he wants to tell people that he carried them 29 yards instead of 26 yards.
And nobody's going to defeat.
No one's going to argue with it because.
And I don't think it would have mattered.
No, he would have carried them from the other 20. It was not going to matter.
He was not going down.
He was not going to be tackled.
Defense, Braylon Grayson, 9 tackles and 3 sacks.
He was. I mean, that's
and had a good forced fumble right there.
Fumble.
Yep. That's talking about that scout. I mean, the spy that
you
had on.
Yeah, we played some old school football there. Him and Ryland were both spying. Owen taking turns on that, and that one play that he got that forced fumble, we sent him, and that was the first time we sent him, and that offensive line wasn't ready for that, and you could tell. And of course, Grayson's, he's a missile. So.
Bryson Elrod, 7 tackles, a sack, and 2 fumble recoveries.
He's always in the right spot at the right time.
Ryland Holder, 3 tackles, a sack, and a fumble recovery. Braden Bottoms, sack and forced fumble. Clay Thompson, interception and a forced fumble.
Yeah, I think that
couldn't get nothing going, they said.
The reoccurring thing that Jay just kept saying there was sacks. I mean, you talk about a quarterback that talked about somebody that y'all scouted. Cameron Bond. Defensive coordinator.
Defensive coordinator of the week right there.
Defensive coordinator of the week, absolutely, Cameron Bond. But, I mean, 6 sacks, 4 turnovers. 3 of those 4 turnovers you cause against their quarterback, who's been a all-region player, a all-state type player. I mean, he
collegiate scholarships.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a real deal.
He was the focal point of the plan, and he's the head of the snake, and you had to chop it off. And,
yep.
Body
can't hurt you without the head. Yep.
Special teams, C.J. Taylor, 2 punt returns for 30 yards. Stephen Curtis, 3 PATs and a 22-yard field goal.
Yep.
CJ's just good at getting the hidden yards in these games. I mean, I think that's one thing that we've not talked about enough, maybe in his talent, his skill set, is his returning ability.
If they'll kick it to him.
If they'll kick it to him, and he's averaging over 20 yards per punt return right now, and he had a 95-yard touchdown called back on a kickoff against Siegel. So, I mean, anytime he touches the ball, he's dangerous. And like you said, really at this point, it's just kicking it away from him, and it changes the entire special teams plans for other teams because you cannot kick it deep to him.
Well, time for the tough question for Turner, and the Warren County Sports Authority has that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, always going to encourage people to send those in to wcsportsauthority@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on our Facebook page or Twitter at @the_WCSA. Coach, I'm taking this one because I didn't really think that you deserved a tough question after 24-0. But
I'm sure there's some out there.
I am going to ask, a dominant win. It's hard
Okay.
to really second guess you for anything on this one. But if there was one thing that I think people might have been concerned about Friday was you get the ball to start the game on offense and you go backwards 3 straight plays on penalties. What kind of happened there on those first 3 plays?
Just a little lacking confidence in something that we've kind of got a system where we put things in the week, and we thought we had a little game plan to maybe mess with because Cookeville's defense on film, they was really explosive and really came off the ball pretty hard. And of course, everybody's seen us line up in our heavy sets and our full backfield type stuff and run right at you. And of course, we kind of changed it up and just had something new. But our kids are creatures of habit, and it kind of takes a little while for that to soak in. And, so I think they was thinking a little bit too much, and it probably wasn't the right time. And, of course, going back to being a fairly greenhorn head coach and, and a young offensive coordinator and coaching staff in general, we kind of wanted to try something. And the kids, it kind of there was too much. There's just too much going on. The home crowd and in Cookeville, and just trying to get it started. So I think after maybe after that second play, because I think he was on the sideline, because we referenced it before the show. I kind of just said, "Axe that. Let's do what we do." And of course, we're going to continue to work on that stuff, and a lot of this stuff has evolved because we've done that. And but yeah, that was it. I think what kind of got us rattled a little bit, because I think it was 2 guys in motion maybe. And then I don't remember what the second one was.
There was a block in the back on the edge there that you got called.
But it was because of a busted play, I think.
Yep.
I mean, CJ got to run in somewhere, or somebody got to run it.
He went the opposite way, so you kind of got out there.
Yeah.
And it's like you said. Sometimes with a young coaching staff, with a team that's still trying to emerge as this is all new territory for this team.
Yeah.
And the things that y'all were trying to do, but I think that one thing that you can say about it is you always hear the saying it's not knowing what you know, it's knowing what you don't know.
Right.
And after 2 plays, you kind of figured out we don't know this.
Yeah, we don't know it.
Let's not do it anymore. And I even said that on the broadcast with Jay. I said, what the things that they wanted to do, and I watched you in practice last week. The things that y'all were going to do, I think, had the ability to even
and it will.
test Cookeville, and there's going to things that y'all can put in later. But as I said to Jay, they knew 2 plays in it wasn't going to work, so go back to what was working. And
and they settled down. It settled down, and of course that's why we tried. Because Cookeville's a very good football team, and we felt like we wasn't for sure because on film, they're big, strong, fast, and quick. So I thought, I always like trying to have some kind of wrinkle to rattle their, to do. And, of course, it kind of backfired and done things differently. And Cookeville did, I'm sure, on their coach's show right now or whatever, because they actually came out with like a 4-3 look on defense, and you could tell that wasn't working for them. So they went right back to their bread and butter, which was good. And then it just came back to our kids, Jimmy's and Joe's, So, but yeah, that was just a little lack of confidence in that, and in that part of the game plan phase. So, but we'll continue working on that. So we'll have that in our arsenal and pull it out when we need be down the road.
Time to announce the Security Federal Player of the Week, and we agonized over this on the radio broadcast.
I bet.
Because we thought we wanted to give to the whole offensive line. Several players were deserving of it. Jeff.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Jay. For the longest time, it was saying, hey, can we give it to all 5 of the offensive linemen? But then I think there was 2 things that stood out. One, you can't deny the run. And 2,
run.
2 right there at the end of the game with about 1:20 to go, Rylan Holder ends up picking up a ball for a fumble recovery as well. So then you start thinking about you can't deny that Rylan Holder should come out of this game as the player of the game because that run is incredible. I mean, it's going to be the highlight of it could be the highlight of the season.
Yeah, well, and I know it was a highlight in that game right there because they come out second half, we get the ball, and Rylan literally carries that ball all the way. Where did we start? Right there. It said probably the 35, maybe 36-yard line, and just marched it. Other than the run that his brother ran around the other side, Ryland smashed Cookeville single-handedly. Now, granted, offensive line, they just did their job. I was very proud of the way they kept hustling and kept fighting and pushing and that kind of stuff. But the offensive line, that's what they're supposed to do. But people don't realize how hard it is to secure that ball. Because I felt that run, the run that we're talking about right here, that actually started with them trying to get in there and try to strip that ball. Yep. Obviously, and I guarantee Coach Maynard is talking to Cookeville about, guys, we tackle him, just tackle him, and then, of course, once Ryland's story, it's awesome, maybe we can get that dubbed up sometime, but, he just said I kept going and I'm still going, and next thing I know, I'm in the back of the end zone, so, and it never went down, too. That young man never went down even when he got in the end zone, so he was not going to be denied, and that is one of the most humble, well-mannered young men that I have ever been fortunate to be around. So, very deserving.
Congratulations to Ryland Holder, the Security Federal Player of the Week. Got a bye week this week, so no game Friday night.
Sure.
Yeah. Coach, a chance to heal up some bruises and
decompress.
Recharge your batteries.
Yep. Excited about that.
So we're going to wrap it up. It's been a good week.
All right.
Coach, thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Pioneer Nation, for coming out strong and homecoming. I think we're going to discuss that maybe next show a little bit about the homecoming and all the things that we got going on there at Nunley Stadium. So, but yeah, looking forward to it.
For Coach Matt Turner, Warren County Sports Authority Jeff Simmons, I'm Jay Walker. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Turner Time.
Go Pioneers.